afternoon, good evening, good morning. For us, it's technically afternoon, coming into the evening. A nice early game. Leeds United won, Manchester United won. I'm joined, obviously, Mr. B. Another long but okay, I guess, watch along. Mr. B, how are you? How are
Yeah,
you feeling after that?
I'm good, Rio. It's a weird one. Before the game, I obviously expected us to lose, but as the game went on, you kind of yes. I want to be negative in it. I think I wanted to be negative, and I don't think I can be after watching that performance. Bar a couple of players who seem to always be the ones who seem to, you know, wind me up. I actually wasn't upset with the performance.
Yeah.
Um, I wasn't upset with the players so much. The system seemed to work to a certain extent. The changes in the positions that were made seemed to work. So I want to be upset. I want to be frustrated,
Yeah.
but I'm not. I don't know if it's a point gained or 2 points dropped.
Yeah, I think you're at that point now, which I've probably been at for a while, and I've been telling others, and it's kind of like, don't. It's from Spider Man. It's that saying from Spider Man. It's like if you expect to be disappointed, if you expect to be disappointed, you won't feel disappointed. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
think
yeah.
and I think you saw the team, you saw the lineup, and you didn't expect too much, and we've come away without losing. And I think that's where you're at with it. Yaba, hello.
How you doing, guys? How you doing? Obviously, yeah, up in the air about how you feel about that result away from home against the Leeds sides who are on form at the moment, and the team that we put out was really weak. So I'm in two minds at the moment. I'm disappointed with some of the performance. Once again, Cunha, he got man of the match by some people's opinion. I thought he was terrible. And then
Did you?
and then sorry, yeah. So Cunha, I thought he was. I was sorry. Yeah, I thought Cunha was terrible throughout the game, giving the ball away.
Oh gosh.
Juggle ball juggling skills in the Premiership. You can't get away with that sort of thing. Keep it simple. And I thought, with the players we had out there, it's only fair that we got a draw. And big up to Colin who went to the game as well. I'm just going to mute.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, a quick run through the chat. Good afternoon, people. Happy New Year from Eddie. Happy New Year, guys. Good end to the game there. Cunha, Heaven, and some others looking good. Dropping a like and listening. Thank you, Eddie. Surprising you've called out those two names, and I probably agree with you. I'm a bit surprised that Cunha got man of the match. More of the same, but he got the goal.
He said Cunha and Heaven looking good, but Yaba said that Cunha. He thought he wasted. So it's as I said. I think this is going to be a game where there's probably going to be.
It'll be a mix. It'll definitely be a mixed view.
Yeah.
Sorry, can I ask your views? Do you think Cunha played well?
I thought he did okay today.
He didn't play bad. He didn't play bad. I'm just sick and tired of him trying to be the hero and not passing the ball.
Keep it simple. You've got so much ability. You don't think you can get the ball and you can take on everybody. That's what he's doing all time again. A bit like the frustration I had with Rashford. Gets the ball, runs into areas where you're not going to do anything. You run into traffic. He does the same thing. I saw him. There's one move I thought, nah, I'm done with you, bro, today. Because he's trying to flick the ball over someone's head. It just pops off. Players, let the ball do the work. You don't have to be a ball juggling Brazilian monkey out there, you know?
Yeah.
That's what he's doing right now, you know?
I get you.
Give him an organ or something, man. The guy's just taking a piss.
See, and that's weird because I don't know. I thought he did okay, and I'm saying I know there's going to be a lot of, it's weird. I think this is a proper 50-50 game in regards
to bad. He wasn't bad. I'll give you that. He wasn't bad. He got the goal. He got us the goal, but ultimately his performance, in a nutshell, it was just a bit like. I can't be too hard on him because we played like we only had two attackers. We had two attackers and we needed someone to give us a spark. I think he was trying it, but trying it in the wrong areas on the pitch. You know, he almost cost us that game because he lost the ball in the middle of the pitch. I'm like, pass it to Shaw. And then he ended up getting tackled, and then he did some petulant kick out, and then they almost scored from it. And I'm like, please just keep it simple.
It was a case of, with so many sort of basic players on there who just follow instruction, sometimes you need instinct to do something instinctively, to take people on and do something. Dorgu had a great chance where he cut inside their little nice. We played little 1-2 touch football around the box. He had a great chance to just slot it in the area. If you're doing that as a drill, he just slot it in home time after time. He hit it wide. But I'm just thinking, come on, man. You see players that cut him from the left, like Saka, like Lamar, who's the guy from Barcelona? Barcelona. Yeah. This is what they do. Robin, come in, bam, bam, just drilled time over and over again. And because he's a basic player, or he's lacking confidence, like Dallo, like, as you call him, Days Dallo, and all these guys, you got these guys on the pitch. You're not, throughout the game, I was thinking, where are we going to create here? Because these guys are just doing the basics. Even Luke Shaw, he was the only one I felt that could do a little something creative and keep it simple in the final third going forward. Because everyone else is just pure basic.
Yeah, but you got to remember, I mean, look, Dino's got it here. Dorgu's a defender at the end of the day. These players don't have, that what makes players creative. These are defensive players by nature. So I can't blame the players. As Rio said, I think we actually played with 2 attackers today, and one of them was a bag of shit. You know what I mean? So as much as you say Cunha wasn't, Cunha was probably the only one who could have.
You're on about Shesko there, aren't you? As the bag of shit.
Oh, I am. Yeah. I was really, really disappointed with his overall performance today. I mean, we had -9, and I cussed him for the same thing. You know what I mean? I think he linked up the ball twice in the whole of the whole of the game, and that's when you could see what was supposed to be happening. He got it, he played it wide, and then we broke down the right twice. We went down that side, but for the rest of it, and then the chances that he had, even the header that was offside, it wasn't even a 50 pence. 50 pence has got what, 5, 6, 7. This was like a 10 piece, a 10 angles, whatever. I don't know what that would be. Because
I get you.
The header went so wide.
Yeah. That was an awareness thing. That was an awareness thing. It was like he didn't know where he was. And there's always that saying: the goalposts don't move.
They don't move.
Yeah.
You know what he needs to do? He needs to grow a beard because he's playing like a little boy. Right? It's all right. It's okay. Premiership. This is once again, the Premiership is proving to me over and over again to be the boss league out there. Because you want to come and play the Premiership, man, you need to have man kahunas. You need to play like a man out there. This guy, Shesko, he might be able to bully things in the Bundesliga and be big and strong and use his size and weight. But when you come out here, you can't get away with that. So he needs to have a change of mentality, have an attitude adjustment, grow a beard, stop looking like a little boy out there, because that's how you're going to get buoyed off. The defender say, move from me, you ain't nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? Grow a beard, get tough and strong, get Rago. He had to look at his opposite number 9 and say, I'm more talented than him maybe, but this guy, Calvert-Lewin or whatever, he puts a shift in and giving all our defenders hell because he knows this is the Premiership, he's going to give it. That's the minimum you got to give. If he starts giving the minimum like that, then all these things will come off for him because right now he's shook out here, absolutely shook. And he needs to. All it is, he's got talent, but he just needs to be more aggressive, grow a beard, be a bit more grizzly out there, and start bossing people. Don't let people just the game pass you by, and you're just looking like a clean-shaven little Bambi out here.
Let me just whiz through the comments. Obviously, a lot of mixed views in this. As always, King Dino, we were shit today. Big up yourself. We deserve better. Big up yourself. Good afternoon. Iron Titanium, we still dropped points. We did, but a lot of people, and I reckon if we go back, you all had us to lose. So, MKM, I always come back. Okay. Well, okay. Take it as it is. Matthew, big up yourself. Today was about battling for the ball. It was a war. We did well. You need to remember Elland Road. You know what? Leeds haven't lost in 7, 8 games. You know, they've not lost in 7 or 8 games. So even though they've just been promoted, they're not no pushover. And that was the type of game, speaking to what Yaba just said, it was a type of game for grit, you know, and Shesko, our striker, whoever it is, you need him to be physical, and he wasn't that for us today. Irish Pit Terrier, big up, big up, big up, big up, big up. Steph, I see you in the chat, of course, yo, yo, yo. Column at the game, get home safe. Lovely
Good
that you
stuff.
went there today. Decision making was the issue today, from my view. I agree. And Colin Shesko movement off the ball was good today. I don't think our guys have faith in his abilities. He needs to step his game up. I kind of disagree with that. I have to say. And if you haven't done so already, please smash the likes. Really do appreciate it. Really do. Yeah. Okay. Lineup. Don't need to go into the full T's and C's of it, but it was a weird one because of the amount of defenders that we played. We went into the game, I felt like, as you said, Yaba, back to the basics, keep it simple, let's defend and then see what we can do going forward. And I think that's why Cunha did try a bit too much, because, you know, his counterpart, Shesko, wasn't doing it. So it almost felt like we only had one attacker. I don't mind that approach. You know, he's seen it. He's mentioned it. We're conceding too many goals. The attack isn't the issue. The attack will deal with itself. The only issue we've got at the moment is the personnel. We've lost bodies. No Mason Mount, no Bruno Fernandes, no Ahmad, no Mbumo. You know, the list can go on. But defensively, those players are still there. So let's shore up at the back. And I think we did that today. And then it was a case of let's have some magical moments and see what we can do. Don't concede. And ultimately try and nick a goal. The goal came from a mistake, so I can't be too displeased about it. But gents, overall, the system, the formation, the players, the bench, there's only so much we could have done, Mr. B.
Yeah, I agree. I don't see what more he could have. Zexy coming on, good that he's come on and done that. You know, if that's going to be your role, bench player, and you know, super sub-ish, then fine, no problem with that. But the players that we had, I get it, and that's why I'm not really disappointed, because I looked at the bench and, you know, Fletcher's had his chance. Fletcher was never coming on today. You know, he was never going to come on. So that was probably, experience-wise and player available, that's the best that he could have done with what he had. I just hope for the next game we've got 2 players back, regardless of, especially midfielders. We really need, you know, hopefully Mason Mount's back for the next game, and that will add something to what we've got. But did we change formation in the second half? Did we go for it in the second half? Did we go for it? We kept it at the 3. We didn't change.
I thought it briefly. And then after time, I think it was pretty much the same. I think we did play a little bit more attacking, to be honest with you. But the system didn't really change.
Yeah. Looking at it, I just think that we get a lot more control in the game when we play the back 3. This is the positive thing for the back 3. Everyone's moaning about the system, the 3 centre backs, because there's times where we can say, right, nothing forward, let's play it back, and you've got options there. Heaven can play it to Euro. You can play it to Luke Shaw. You can play it to Martinez. These guys get their foot on the ball and they've got more time and space. And that gives us more composure and gives us more possession as well. And then we can start again. That's what I like about this, because otherwise, I don't think we've got the players or the mindset to keep the ball. This is a good way to reset, nothing on, reset, and we keep the ball. We can play it along the back 5 or the back 3, whatever you want to call it. That's important. I think that's a major difference that we've got with Ruben Amorims compared to what we had before, because now we've got a bit more control. Gives us that more control. Say, right, reset, pull off, peel off, get the ball in a bit more space, and get your head up. And all these ball players like Martinez, Heaven, and Euro can get the ball. You can see them in good positions with space, waiting for the players to engage.
Yeah, but you see that the 3 players that you called obviously are 3 centre backs. Do you think that that may be the issue in regards to that. They're the ones who are supposed to be finding the line breaking pass, if you see what I mean.
Well,
because it's hard to find. You see, obviously we speak about the roles being specific. To have 3 ball playing centre backs in your squad, let alone your first team, is a madness.
No,
you know what I mean? That's more.
I think it's good in a way. I'm just trying to look. I hear what you're saying, Mr. B. You make a really good point and a valid point, mind you. I think what it gives us is the opportunity to say, right, nothing's on. Goes to say Dallo, nothing's on, or Dorgu, nothing's on, and they're not brave enough to try to force something, so they can come back home with that safety, knowing these guys are going to peel off, and we're going to give it to them, and then we can start again and start to look again, and it drags them. We still keep possession. You're dragging them over and the opposition over to say, right, are you going to close us down? If you close us down, we've got 3 players to pass it to, and then we can play it wide again and play it into the midfield. They're very basic high percentage passes that these guys are doing. If you had a Harry Maguire there, for example, then you're going to start seeing the diags to feet. And it looks like right now, because we haven't seen that, because Maguire's the only one really who can do that in this game, because we haven't seen that for so long. That's why we've taken a lot out of our game, because none of these players are prepared, apart from Martinez maybe, to hit a diag for 60 yards and bring someone else into play, because there will always be that spare man, because we make the pitch so small. So I like the fact that we play 3 at the back. I can see the advantage of doing that, because it gives us more control when things, are slow down, reset, start again. Slow down, reset, start again. It can give us that. A bit frustrating, but that's what we need. We need to go back to basics. Now, you're talking about playing footballs between the lines and that kind of thing. Yeah, that will come when the confidence builds up. That's a more of a confidence thing. Like I was talking earlier about instinct. When you got players out there like 6 defenders today, you're lacking that. You got Dorgu, Ugarte and Casemiro in midfield. You play it into them. You're gonna get no flash. Then, but take the ball in a half turn, play it the way they're facing. There's no frills. You understand what I'm saying? That's where Bruno and all these better quality players come in. That's what they can do, and to take us up a level, 10% better than what we performed today. My only frustration today is, why do you wait for them to score to actually, all right, we need to do something now, and suddenly you play a simple pass, bring it, buff, little triangles like we're doing all day, and play a little simple ball down the channel for Cunha to score.
I had a feeling that
it's so easy. Do it for the whole game. Don't you know?
I had a feeling that might have been pointed out. Again, I get what you mean. It's really tough to go into the logistics when we've got these players on show. We haven't. Yeah, we knew AFCON was going to come, and we knew Mbeumo weren't going to be with us, and Ahmed weren't going to be with us, and Maz. But you can't take into account Bruno and Mason Mount being injured at the same time. Plus, then you've got Xerxes putting in these inconsistent performances. So
crazy,
you can't trust him. He came on and then he gets the assist, but then the last game he had the opportunity to play and he was putting in a shit performance. So I don't blame Amorim for not playing him, and it's probably even more frustrating that he's come on and instantly played a through ball. I'm like, God, like this guy, you can't trust the whole squad. You can't trust whether you want them to play or not. Dorgu, again, I'm hit and miss with him. My opinions on Dorgu. I like Dorgu. There's a lot of potential there. He can put in an incredible performance, or he can put in a performance like he did today. Again, piss poor, awful performance. First touch like trampoline toes, concrete boots, horrible.
But you see, I understand what you're saying, but then is it wrong for us to be criticizing him when he's actually playing in a position? He played as a 10.
No. I'm not criticizing him. It's just I understand the frustrations of Amorim having to deal with play him as a 10, play him as a right winger, play him as a left wing back. These players, so Dorgu, especially being 20 years old, it's tough on him. It is tough on him. So it's just frustrating. And obviously we're talking about playing in a 3-back or a 4-back or whatever it is. It's with these players, I think it's literally next game, do what you can.
He's got.
Next game, do what you can. And you know what? Thankfully, the next game's Burnley. Playing like that against Burnley, we'll win that game.
Yeah, but you can't play him. You think he goes for it at the back again? Anyway, look, we'll talk about that at another time. Yeah, but obviously you're defensive minded. The goal that they conceded, when I was watching the game, as Rio said, it's like it went slow, and then speeded up and they scored. Like, I'm gonna blame Heaven in regards to that. He didn't anticipate the player running through at pace. But in the chat, somebody actually blamed Dallo. I think they dilly-dallied. So what is... Yeah, this is what I'm asking you. You're shaking your head. What was the...
I'm saying this. I'm on it. I'm on it right now. That's Euro's fault, in my opinion. Your back three, Euro. Yeah, your back three. What you have to do is every one of you has to be a sweeper. That you have to have that mindset. Heaven had pushed forward to try and close things down and everything else. You got a midfield runner, even though he's not me, he's number 10. He's the guy that's run through and scored the goal. It's Euro's responsibility to read the play, don't switch off, and cover and sweep. You got to stagger your line, no matter what. You might think, so basically what it is, your middle man is Heaven. He's gone forward. He's out of position now. What do? Do you stay where you are and don't take responsibility? No, you take responsibility by staggering your line and making sure anything that comes through, you're now the sweeper. And he didn't do that.
You're saying, so should he have gone narrower in regards to covering the gap that...
I think Euro should have watched the run and read the play and realized my sweeper, the middleman of the three, has gone forward. I now need to become that guy and rotate and get into that position to stop any runners coming through.
Yeah, but then if he does that, then he's not playing in the position. I'm gonna remember what you said, and then I'm gonna have to rewatch the goal again. So come tomorrow, I would have because
we can rewatch it, Mr. B. But just all I'm saying is this: it's a rule. You have free centre backs. That's more opportunities. When you got two, there's just two of you working together. When you got three, you shouldn't be in a position like that where someone gets run through and he gets the chance to get ahead of everybody else. One of you has to pick him up. And I think for me, it's Euro. Don't sleep. Take responsibility. And I think he's the one who's cheating because
he wasn't part of that move, though.
One is lacking confidence. The second thing is that he always allows a guy, you've seen it with your own eyes, he always allows a guy to, like we've seen with the goals recently we conceded, to get a yard on him and push and go or whatever, because he's not reactive enough. He's got to be reading the game like chess, 2-3 moves ahead, and he didn't do that, and that's why he allowed this guy to come through. It's his fault and his fault alone.
I think that's harsh because he went into midfield. It was a lot. He'd gone into midfield. I'm pretty sure. I need to see it back myself, but I'm pretty sure Euro.
That's why I said when you said that you were blaming. It was like I remember
he wasn't even part of the play. It was a build-up that got lost, and then
two wasted passes in midfield, and then the ball broke. I don't know.
There's three of you. There's three of you in defense.
No, I understand that.
One of you gets exploited. One of you has to go. Doesn't mean the other two just stand there and don't take responsibility. The one that goes is usually sweeping, which is Heaven. One of you has to fill in his role, fill his shoes, and he's younger than you, and you can't do that.
No, but Heaven was still the last man.
Heaven moved forward. Heaven wasn't last man. Euro, if you check it, go and check it when we check it after the game. Euro should have come across and dealt with any kind of runner coming through because Heaven was handling his business. He was trying to get involved in something ahead of the play. That's when Euro should have come over and said, right, I'm going to take responsibility. And so there's no runners here. How can you let a midfield runner with you, Heaven, and Euro? You should never let a midfield runner who's not as quick as you come through and score. You got to anticipate, be one step ahead. Euro is lacking confidence right now. He's responsible for that goal. We'll check it out properly after
I've just watched it back. Euro's nowhere near that transition. He's already up the field to help support the right wing back. He's not even part of that move.
I'm sure was Euro the one.
I'm telling you. I'm watching it back now because I'm not having. I get it. I understand it, and I've done it before where I've called out Ahmad and you've said no. But I'm not having this on Euro. I'm telling you.
No way! I'm watching it again. No, it's not Euro.
It's Euro, man.
No way.
No,
The
man.
ball wasted between. No chance. No chance, bruv. There's no chance. There's no chance. I'm not having that.
What I will say, if Maguire was in that position, he wouldn't have been able to stop that either. You know, maybe there's an action that the keeper needs to be on his edge of his box a bit more, but other than that, it was just a weird situation. The issue we have is too many times we were trying to build up play anyway, regardless of that goal. The ability on the ball, and I say it, and it's gonna sound like I'm a broken record. The football IQ on these players are awful. You know, they always look
the
nervous.
worst is Daisy. The worst on our pitch is Daisy. I think he's
sorry.
Always
It's Martinez. Forgive me, it's Martinez.
Yeah, so I give you that. I give you that one. Yeah, it could have been Leacher coming across at that point. Yeah, and him being obviously the senior body at that point, get closer when the build-up plays moving and advancing on the right side of the pitch.
Too wide, too far out. You should have tucked in and covered the angle and cut out with ease. Yeah.
But again, in terms of midfield, that's still an issue for me. In terms of Ugarte, Ugarte wasn't too bad today. He was getting aggressive. It was the type of game that he probably
you know why Bruno plays now though, right?
Yeah.
Are we now understanding why Bruno plays?
Yeah, Casemiro trying these pinpoint passes. That creativity, he can't do it.
Right, okay. So the Bruno in that position, I think we need to understand that is Bruno's position in the team. He don't need to go 10. He don't need to accept. But we've seen the games where Bruno don't play. I'm quick to cuss Bruno, but I also appreciate what he does. I'm not having the Bruno.
You just need a better Ugarte next to Bruno. And that might
or a better Casemiro next, or a Casemiro with legs next to him. But Bruno plays. You know what I mean? So what would have been interesting is if we had no Bruno, but we had those two, but Mbeumo or Ahmad.
I think we win the game. I think we win the game.
Right, and this is what I'm saying. It could be a system, as in a player profile thing. You know what I mean? Where the creativity wouldn't be coming from that deep. They would then say, but look, it is what it is. Guys, I got big things to do, you know.
No, of course. Obviously,
I can leave you to talk. I have no problem.
No. We can conclude this. Obviously,
you said enough. Enough said. Yeah.
We are sitting we're sitting currently 5th. So you know, all those times the same.
Right. So all of those, right. So we're 5th at the moment, but Sunderland have got to play. Sunderland win, they pass us. Liverpool win, they pass us.
Liverpool are already above you.
Oh, Liverpool are already
above us. If you got Chelsea against City later, so I arguably we need City to do us a favor on that one.
Okay, that's fine. I'll take a City win, and the Sunderland game we need Tottenham win or a draw.
Tottenham win.
A Tottenham win.
Okay, cool. Well,
at least goal difference. If they get a point, we're still above Sunderland.
Okay. Well, that's fine. Okay, that's fine.
So, with Burnley around the corner, but obviously we will talk about Burnley midweek.
Yeah. So tomorrow.
Tomorrow's the aftermath, and it is the return of your partner in crime. Your henchman.
I've been looking forward to tomorrow for so long, boy. Yama versus Rebel, boy.
The farmer's back, is he?
Yeah, he's back. The preacher man.
I'm ready for all of these guys. Bring it on, because
lovely. Rio, I'll leave you to close it out, man.
Of course. It's going to be an interesting one. Obviously, we'll have Amorim's comments, so we'll discuss that. And yeah, it'll be another kind of quick turnaround. You know, we play again on Wednesday. So yeah, another quick turnaround. So people, a lot of content this week. Stay tuned. Put your notification bells on if that's a thing. Smash the like if you haven't done so already. Obviously, 1-1. It seems like overall it's not doom and gloom. For once, I wouldn't say there's a lot of negativity, and we will take that into tomorrow. Yabba, any final words, Mr. Kind Gentleman?
Respect to everybody, guys, and hopefully we see you soon. And let's keep bumping heads and building up the Man United agenda. We want 5,000 subscribers very soon. Let's go.
That's our push.
Mr. B?
Yes. Look, I expected a loss. It's a point gained, in my opinion, on what I thought we were going to have. We go again. Burnley's the one we expect to win. Where that puts us after that game is we'll see. But yeah, I'll take the draw. I'll take the draw. I don't see it as 2 points lost. I see it as a point gain.
Okay, we take that. We take that. Chat. It's been a pleasure. Tomorrow we will be back with the aftermath. But yeah, whatever you got up to this evening, this afternoon, take it easy and good night. Glory, glory.